Alright, what's up? What's up? Surprise, I guess, right? So, James, oh dude, how you doing, man? Yeah, I was gonna be doing some work tonight, or I thought I was gonna be doing the work I was gonna be doing was gonna last a little longer than it did, and I was actually able to do it while I was at my other job, so, basically I got caught up with that, and I was like, you know what? Now that my night's free for the most part because I took care of some things and stuff like that, we go right back into Danganronpa 2, and we can get going with this class trial of Chapter 4 that we're about ready to start up here shortly. Especially with how wild Chapter 4 was up until, you know, this point, which I'm expecting the trial to be even more crazy, right? So, to kind of recap everything that we've had with Chapter 4 thus far, right? So, who's left of the students, basically, which is Hajime, Chiaki, Sonia, Akane, Fuyuhiko, Kazuichi, Nekamaru, Nagito, and I feel like there's one more I'm missing. I think there's one more I'm missing. Hold on. Hajime, Nekamaru, Fuyuhiko, Kazuichi, Nagito, Chiaki, Sonia, Akane. No, that's it. I guess there is just 8 left now, huh? I'm trying to remember who. I thought there was a 9th, but I might be wrong. I'm trying to remember who might have been left still. But anyway. Diesel, what were you doing? A dog was just like doing like this weird clear in his throat thing. It was weird. Oh, Gundam! Yeah, Gundam's the 9th one. How can I forget about freaking Gundam? Jesus. Anyway, so they were the 9 that's left, and the 4th island opened up. It's basically this big amusement park, right? So Monokuma basically hinted to them that there's going to be some clues and some hints they find on this island and everything, on the amusement park island. So they found a file that had the World Ender logo on it, and they saw the previous game, like there was like the recap of like the previous game and what happened with the first killing, school life or whatever, right? And they saw Byakuya's photo in there, so they made a tie like, well, wait, is this the same Byakuya that we knew? So it led to that. They started finding out some more stuff, but then they got led into this fun house where the next killing was going to be taking place with the motive. And basically what it was that they were stuck in this funhouse until a killing took place. And there was also no food, no drink, or anything like that. So they were kept up in this funhouse, I want to say, for 2 or 3 days. And it was also really jacked up too because like Monokuma made him go through like a aerobics, like Tai Chi class on empty stomachs while they were starving and everything. So one of them eventually snapped, it looks like, and Nekamaru, also known as now Mekamaru, was the next student to be killed. So now we did all this investigation. I like what they did too. Like they had it split up, where like you were Hajime at one point investigating your side of things, and then on the other side you were Nagito, and you were basically investigating the other side of things, because both groups were split up into 2 different houses in the fun house. So they were having to conduct their own investigation because one of the things about the murder took place was that the elevator or like the door that went to the next house or whatever, they were both disabled and broken, so they couldn't be able to like actually meet up with each other at the crime scene until after the elevator and stuff like that got fixed and everything. So we basically did all that, and we're about ready to get into this class trial. Open the e-handbook, and let's see if there's any skills I can get first. Got 5 things here. So what we got here? Extraordinary focus. Slightly increases focus gauge. Okay, that might be a good one to go with. Lost in thought. Slightly increases the time limit for each phase. It's a pretty good one. Charisma we don't have enough of, but it increases influence gauge recovery. Okay. Cool capacitor, you have that. Downshift reduces your aiming speed. Upshift increases your aiming speed. Not exactly sure what those mean, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. Funny how both the swole ones died fourth. Yeah, it's the parallels, basically, with that. It's kind of crazy. Algorithm increases the speed of memorizing a statement. Effective during non-stop debate. Ooh, that actually might be a good one in case I need to grab statements. Or whatnot. Neural liberation. Focus gauge increases at a slower rate. That's a good one, too, but I don't have enough hope fragments for that. I wonder if I should just hold on to these and, like, try to get one of these other ones later. Vocabulary increases your bullet capacity. Ambidextrous allows you to lock onto 2 statements at once. Ooh, that's actually a decent one, too. Mood Maker, easier to shift mood to your favor, basically. Excellent Blade. We already got Fine Sword, so we're fine with that. Maneuver, Moonsault, Attentive Influence, Extraordinary Focus, slightly increases the focus gauge. That's a good one, maybe, possibly, perhaps. Oh, no, we already... Okay, we're back at the top now, so we're back at those. I think I'm gonna hold off on getting a new skill and wait to get, like, this one, for example. The Neural Liberation one looks like it's, would be a good one to get. So I'm gonna hold off on doing that. Yeah, so I'm gonna hold off on those. Let's see our skill list of what we have. No, actually, hold on. That's in the other one, isn't it? Alright. So, let's review the truth bullets real quick. Let's review our evidence that we have as of now when it comes to this murder that took place. Alright, Monokuma File 4. The victim is Nekomaru Nidai, aka Mekamaru, after his robotic transformation. His body was discovered in Great Tower, which is inside the funhouse. His head is severely damaged and beyond repair, so that shall be considered the cause of death. Despite the fact that his arms and legs are dismembered, these limbs are actually designed to be detachable, and it seems he separated due to a severe impact. Aside from that, several other areas of his body are damaged. Because of this, many of his functions seem to have shut down. Nekomaru's body and left leg were tied with a metal wire. The tip of that wire was also tied into a loop. Goodnight button. A button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. When this button is pressed, all of Nekomaru's functions cease, and he is forced to enter sleep mode. Oil on the floor. Oil that was flowing out of Nekomaru's body. The majority of it came from the fatal wounded head wound, basically. Okay. Tipped over a pillar. One of the pillars on the side of the door was tipped over. The damaged area of the pillar was also stained. It was so heavy that even 2 people couldn't budge it. New-looking hammer. An enormous hammer found on the floor of the tower. It was completely clean, almost as if it was brand new. So, Shingo! What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing well tonight. Let's see. Chain. A chain was wrapped around the handles of the door at the back of Grape Tower. For some reason, the killer was able to enter the tower from the Strawberry Hallway. Akane's account. Apparently, Akane heard a rumbling noise at around 5:30 a.m. Pillar fragments. A lot of small pieces of stone were scattered underneath Nekomaru's body. However, there were no fragments on top of his body. Fuyuhiko's account. Apparently, Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru walking toward the first floor of the Strawberry House at 5 a.m. Yes, I did, Diver. I helped you out for sure, absolutely. Wall clock. 5:30 a.m. The alarm of the wall clock in the lounge on the Strawberry House's second floor started going off. Fuyuhiko was at the lounge by coincidence and managed to stop the alarm, but Kazuichi and Gundam rushed to the lounge after being alerted by the sound. However, Nagito was apparently the only one who didn't hear it. Contact elevator. The contact elevator used to move between both houses was broken and no longer worked. It was apparently broken at the Grape House side, so the last person to use it would have arrived at the Grape House. Strawberry Hall's button. The button in the Strawberry Hall that opens the door leading to the tower was broken. Nagito's sudden appearance. Nagito was supposed to be at Strawberry House, but he appeared at the Grape House via some unknown method. The contact elevator should have been broken. Kazuichi's account. Apparently, the compass's needle spun 180 degrees while it was inside the contact elevator. Clock's alarm timer. Nekomaru's used this alarm clock to recover from sleep mode. The clock's arms are stopped at around 7:30, and the alarm was set to 7:30 as well. Radio clock. The clock in Nekomaru's chest receives radio waves at fixed intervals and automatically adjusts itself if its time is off. Basically, it's an amazing precise clock that can't be tampered with, not even to set time. And then, broken doorknob. A doorknob found under the tipped over pillar. The screws at the base are pulled out, and there are some scratch marks on the knob itself. One of the doorknobs from the far back door of the Strawberry House was missing, so this doorknob was originally attached to that door. Strange feeling in tower. Regardless of whether you enter the tower from Grape Hall or Strawberry Hall, the placement of Nekomaru's body, the tipped over pillar, the oil stains, and even the disassembled parts Kazuichi arranged look exactly the same. Alright. So this case is going to be crazy. There's a lot of weird stuff that took place here. Make sure I don't have any, like, skills that are not equipped. Looks like we're good. Alright. Well. Nagito is Florida Danganronpa 2's Florida Man. Oh boy, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Now, I think the majority of you have played through this, so... I was gonna ask for those who haven't played, you know, who do they think did this? Like, who's the suspect? Now, I know for those who have played it, you guys already know, but for the ones that don't know, who do you think? You think I did it? Oh, damn! Damn! I did it! Oh, no. That'd kind of suck if I did it. I don't want to be executed. Not yet, anyway. I still got a lot of stuff I want to achieve. So I hope I didn't do it. He played Russian roulette on challenge mode and he lived. He deserves that title. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Alright. Let's quit stalling. Let's quit procrastinating. Here we go. The start of the class trial, Chapter 4 of Danganronpa 2. Who was the person that murdered Nekomaru?
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Oh, the escape room? It was a little weird to, like, navigate through everything, but, like, I didn't check the controls or anything. Once I looked at those and, like, started piecing everything together, it worked out a little bit. Moose helped me out a little bit, too, because, like, I was reading the compass backwards.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
I noticed the trial room is also in the fun house.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go!
This freaking bear.
Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Not rabbit curry.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
Or Monami.
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Oh, God.
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Good observation, Sonia.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
Yep, he's right.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there.
Well, you weren't the only one, Sonia. Like, Chiaki and, Hajime were with you, too.
Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Yeah, there you go.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Yes, because it was Tai Chi.
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Oh my God! No, Kazuichi.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
You imbecile.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
But we found out as well she's not a virgin. So we know that as well.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
Oh God, here we go getting off topic about Sonia's
We
legs.
just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer.
No, Kane, everyone needs to get everything straight. This is leading to it.
Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
Don't think so.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
Oh, damn.
You're the cruelest one here!
Yeah.
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Dang, the lovers' quarrel.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
Yep, Chiaki's right.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Is that supposed to be insult? Huh?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
No. Nagito's like...
What What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell Nagito was already over it. Pillar fragments broke normal, tipped over pillar.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Oops, I skipped that too.
I guess we should figure out
The weapon was right there.
That pillar.
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
That wasn't it?
Damn it!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
Okay, so I guess it wasn't tipped over pillar. So wait, what were the 5 I had?
The weapon was right there at the scene
Fire,
of the crime.
oil on the floor, new looking hammer.
That pillar, huh?
Chain.
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
No, because the new hammer, because the hammer was new.
I guess we should figure out the weapon.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Nah, because it was people looking.
No, that's wrong.
I should have knew it was the other one. Should have knew it was the hammer.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Right.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
Mm-hmm.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Yeah, but killer might have wiped off the oil later.
No.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Good deductive
Then
reasoning.
why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Did she call him baby gangsta? She called him baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
You're an idiot. You're a damn idiot.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Yeah. Thank you, Gundam.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon. The broken pillar.
I see!
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
No, he didn't get clobbered by it.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body! With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
Yeah.
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
Jesus.
What the heck?
God. But it does bother me a little. The word suicide. Yeah, Nagito brought that up. By the way, the fourth murder of the Killing School Life was apparently ruled a suicide. No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
She said for reals. The way she said it was funny. Most tight. That's what she said. Most tight. I still can't get over the fact that Teru's ex is a fork and knife.
I see. So my gut was right after all. Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
She is such a... oh gosh. It's the wire that we're gonna use for this.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
No.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go! I'm getting hella excited!
I'm thinking I have to grab one of the statements. And I think I'm having to do...
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was beating him with it is...
What about tipping the pillar? They aimed right for his...
Even I could probably... Considering the pillar's weight, it probably
damn
exerted
it.
a ton of...
Sonia, you...
I was trying to get the,
I'm getting hella excited!
I was trying to clear out the white noise, but I...
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was beating him with it is...
What about tipping the pillar? They aimed right for his...
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerts...
Sonia! I'm getting hella excited!
Thinking that might be it.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Damn it, no. I thought it would have been the other way.
Damn it!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. I just thought about it. I just got it.
Beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Pillar fragments, that's
No,
what it
that's
was.
wrong.
Yeah. I started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. No, that's not right. It's pillar fragments.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Right.
Huh? Fragments?
Yeah.
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
Mm-hmm.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
Right.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
No, it was a good
If they
idea.
didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Mm-hmm.
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, the same as usual.
Nagito's starting to get a little bit of a change here too. I just noticed on Mikan, the cross on her is like the red cross. God dang it. So, Teru is a fork and knife for his ex, and Mikan's is kind of like a red cross for like hospitals and stuff. It's bandages. Oh, that's funny.
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
Wow.
What did you say?
And Nagito...
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you?
Yeah.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
Mm-hmm.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon. Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know? We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon!
Oh, jeez. Here we go. God damn it, Gundam. Not right now.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst, which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory.
He said sword. He said sword of victory.
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
I see.
Oh, gee. I like how Gundam always gets embarrassed when Sonya compliments him. It's funny. Daystreet, what's up? Yeah, Gundam's grown on me.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Of course you're not.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
Mm-hmm. And Nagito knows
You
that.
still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Oh, that's right.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
Mm-hmm.
But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
Yep.
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Did she really say it like that? Did she really say it as... It's undeniable that such a sweet building... Oh my god.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so
Alright, Kazuichi.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
That was almost a walk-off moment. That was almost a walk-off moment. I almost walked off. That was almost a walk-off moment. She dropped a full show. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I end up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Nagito. This is how Nagito showed up. Strange feeling in the tower.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
It's a strange feeling in the tower. But like the only thing that
In
is a
truth, Strawberry
contradict
Tower and
is
Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
exact same
So
place.
that's the secret of the funhouse.
Like the only things that were
Is that really
contradiction statements were
It's weird
what
to say they're
Sonia
both the
said
same
and then
place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
in those ones.
And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are
I'm
actually
gonna try
the exact
this. I think
same
it's only
place.
wrong though. No, it was.
that's
Wow.
wrong.
Okay, right out of the gate. That was bizarre. Like the last two things were like right out of the gate statements.
Are they really the same place?
Oh, DualShock disconnected. Hold on. Dang, it disconnected, but it's still on. Hold on. There you go. I don't know what that was.
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What? What?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Oh, Jesus, Kazuichi, shut the hell up. Kazuichi's starting to get on my nerves. Like, big time. He's starting to get on my nerves.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Man, Nagito is like a lot more aggressive in this class trial.
Oops, I guess I've said too much. If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building.
Yeah.
Bow down.
Oh, damn. She said bow down.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
No, that's not true.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower?
Yeah, because you all were in
But
there.
we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
What? That makes no sense. Rebuttal showdown. I have a feeling it's gonna be chain. Oh no, actually, hold on.
There are many different ways. The body in the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
I ran out of cuts.
There are many different ways. The body in the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly wielding the pillar. He could have moved it all easy as pie.
God damn it.
Damn it!
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the pillar, he could have moved it all easy as pie. It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? He could have moved it all easy as pie.
Yeah, it's a chain. The chain.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body. He could have moved it all
damn it.
easy as pie.
Ah, fuck, I messed up.
Damn it!
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
Yeah, I just did
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the futuristic pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
It's not the chain?
Crap!
It wasn't the chain? That was okay.
It seems you have forgotten.
Broken
Monokuma
doorknob.
is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the future, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
No, what the hell? What am I missing?
Crap!
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the future, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
Oil on the
Allow me to
floor.
cut through those words!
Oil on the floor, that's what it was. Okay. I was overthinking it again.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Right. It's oil. Once I slow down and actually start thinking about it.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
That's what it was.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
Right.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
I'm starting to wonder about something here.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the E-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building, or two different buildings, then what are they?
Chiaki may have an idea.
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues. Nagito.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine something? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
In order to learn a secret, you'd be talking about the life-threatening game.
I see! You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
Oh, it's... Okay, yeah, I just noticed it. Is they're not... It doesn't look like they're dropping anymore. There seems like it's fine now, right? There's no more frames dropping now, right? Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're alright. That's right, the hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete.
Oh, no, they're starting to drop again. Might be a connection issue. I mean, bitrate's fine. I'm only doing, 2,000 for the bitrate, so... Could be anything with XSplit. I mean, good news is it's all stills for the most part, so it shouldn't affect it that much. So it should be okay. I'll just keep an eye on it.
And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
What did he see?
Strange scenery?
Like, he didn't even mention, like, what he saw out of the window. He just said he just saw some strange scenery.
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
Okay.
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
Ah.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House. From the secret room within the final dead room.
Right.
But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Mm-hmm. Lots of things that shouldn't make it sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What a thing to call it, thinking time. What doesn't make sense in this picture? I mean, obviously the trees.
Crap! Here!
I thought it might have been someone with the tower first. With the
You
trees.
said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right?
Yep.
If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
Right, because they're all on the top of the trees.
I see. And is that it?
What else doesn't make sense?
Crap!
There's still nothing with that.
Here!
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle.
Right.
Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
Huh, alright.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
No, he's not saying that.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Huh, wow.
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Why, hello there, Hajime. Because I showed up.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
What was that thing just now? Another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse. Alright, Logic Dive. Here we go. By far the best minigame of this series. Oops. Try to split it. Oh, damn. Ah, I jumped too early. Oh, there's ramps. Oh, whoops. Okay, so they're... Okay. They're the same building. Alright. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Yeah, they exist. Are Strawberry and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? They're the same building. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other? Vertically. So they're vertical. Coming together. They're vertical.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There is only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House.
Yep.
Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different three-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
Yep.
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
That's correct. So the floors below. No, whoops, wrong one.
I see.
The strawberry. I read that as Grape House being
on top
below.
Of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle.
Right.
Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the fourth floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
She said, "Oh snap!"
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
She said, "Oh snap!"
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
Mm-hmm.
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, so Grape House was the first 3 floors, and Strawberry was the top 3 floors.
Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
That makes sense.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Not Kumud. You just been Kumud.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
I'm so mad at this bear right now.
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House.
What a weird structure.
Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple.
Oh, Jesus.
Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
She is not impressed at all by
Definitely
Kazumi.
make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
This is... oh, God.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Oh, Jesus.
You mean
Really?
a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
This is weird. Like, I know that's not true, but I don't know which hint will, like, destroy that.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Doorknob wouldn't have anything to
Hurry
do
up,
with it.
dumbass!
Strange feeling in the tower.
One of the bodies in one of the towers
Wouldn't do that.
was actually a dummy.
Monokuma Pile 4? No.
You mean a fake body?
The wire.
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible
Good
to construct
night,
a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
I don't know which one
No fair!
to
You totally
choose.
stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in...
Monokuma button.
One of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
I don't know which one
So
it
which
is,
one was
because
the
it's so
fake body?
weird.
Shut
Like,
up!
the
just
headset's
pick
given is
one of 'em.
weird.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Huh.
It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
These clues are like really
So
weird.
which one was
as far
the
as like
fake
the other
bot?
stuff
Shut
too.
up! Just pick one of them!
And like, there's nothing to really.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the was actually a dummy!
No, it's not that.
Damn it!
No, it's not that. Which one is
I'm
it?
gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Maybe it's Monokuma File 4, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna solve this mystery!
Then hurry up!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
No. Oh, which one is it?
Damn it!
It's something to prove that it wasn't a dummy.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean
Am
a
I at
fake
least on the
body?
right track, or am I way
Nekomaru
off?
died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Yeah, I guess I'll take a hint. So it's not Monokuma File 4. It's not Pillar. Wire, Good Night Button. And what was the other one? Chain, right? It's a truth bullet that I already used. Which ones I used? I used Monokuma File 4 and Tipped Over Pillar. That's the ones I used, right?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash. And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
No, it wasn't that.
Damn it!
This sucks. I'm stumped right now.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash. And hurry up, dumbass!
Use wire.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
I'm stumped.
Damn it!
I'm just taking shots now. Like, I don't even, like, I'm just... None of these hints make sense.
I'm gonna solve this mystery and hurry up!
One of the bodies in one of the was actually a dummy!
No, that's wrong!
It was that one. I thought I did that one already. I thought I did that one already, and it, like...
wasn't a dummy.
That's right.
That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said... Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Right.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Ha!
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
Was she wanting to pin this on...
I'm even more disappointed.
Oh, no.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
It's true.
Reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Now I got another logic dive. Okay, here we go. Oh no, Hangman's Gambit this time. Let's see. Jeez, that's a ton of A's. Damn it.
Got it!
That's what it was.
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
You guys are taking
The
it.
tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator.
Yep.
Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's
crazy.
why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower?
That's a good question.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
Maybe to disguise it?
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Things that didn't change when we moved between the towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil.
I see!
They're on the floor.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Damn it!
Oh, okay, it wasn't that. Oh no, if I mess up this one. There's no ceiling. It's in a normal circle. Only the floor moves.
I see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified.
Yep. It was a...
It was actually very effective.
It was a detractor.
Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
Right.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Ha! And who designed the house?
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
That's why.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Oh no, that sounds terrible. Swoon. It said swoon. Said swoon.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Yeah, and he knew that already.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse.
Right.
The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building.
Correct.
In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
Yeah, that's a good question.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Sonya copying Gundam. This is gonna be tough.
The two
Alright, let's read Akane's account. What was the
Houses
other
are
ones?
connected vertically.
Uyehiko's account.
The elevator.
Contact elevator.
Should move.
Nagito's sudden appearance. Kazuichi's account. Apparently the compass's needle spun 180 degrees while it was inside the contact elevator. I think it has something to do with that.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Something with Kazuichi's account.
If the two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are
The elevator should move.
vertically, not
However, at both, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Nope, it wasn't that.
Damn it!
Fuck. God damn it, this case is hard. It's something to do with Kazuichi's account, so I think it's the other one.
This is mine. We will never give up.
Yeah, I figured it's Kazuichi's account. I should have did the first one.
If the two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Yeah, it should have been
No,
that
that's
one.
wrong. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Because he used the compass.
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
Yeah.
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
Correct, yep.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
an elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, that's where you guys were, Fuyuhiko.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all!
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
Lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff.
Kane, you had to figure all that out.
What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily. I see!
Eight-sided shape.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
That's a cylinder. It's a square. Then that's a hexagon. So where would octagon be?
Crap! Crap! Crap!
The top?
Here!
That's a weird spot.
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Oh. I see now.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
And that's where the dead room is, so... That's okay. That makes sense.
That's basically the gist of it. The
That makes
true
sense.
identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery.
Huh.
And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building.
Interesting.
But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
Huh. And here we go with the Nagito stuff.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Huh. And there's the Nagito we remember. Well then. Alright, so we're at a stopping point right now.
Hiya!
Hello there, I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. I can tell already I won't be pleased by this. Now let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monomi is a serious stuffatly? It's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attacking or stuffatly. Oh, Jesus. There's a fat in there.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monomi is a serious stuffatly.
These breaks are crazy. Alright, I want to take a small break. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. I just gotta run to the restroom real quick. So give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Alright, so now we're getting into part 2 of the trial. And I feel like it's a trial. I've kind of been like overthinking things, and it's caused me to like make bad decisions because I'm like overthinking everything too much. At least that's what it feels like anyway. But we're gonna go ahead and get back into the trial here and hope for the best.
I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Mona needs encouragement.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Chiaki got like super excited. I was like, oh well, let's just press on.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is... the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
Yep, that's the question.
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
Yeah,
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Wow, okay.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything,
Jesus.
you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
Yep.
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
He was horribly damaged as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it would have been a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death? Falling. Had to be, right?
I see! That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That, I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
Broken doorknob. Come on,
When
man.
the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
When the elevator... elevator is on the 1st floor. You can't go through the door on the 4th? floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Unless they put him to sleep. So he's not a moving object.
When the elevator is on, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from...
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside they moved the elevator from the 4th and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
No, that's
that was
wrong.
what that was.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
Right.
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
Correct.
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
Oh, wow!
Now you're calling me a pest?
A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Oh, it wasn't the broken doorknob?
Crap!
That would be the
If you
doorknob.
arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Oh, Jesus.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Wire on that, yeah. The wire on the doorknob.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Mm-hmm.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode.
Yep.
Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
While he was in sleep mode.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Oh, no.
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Yep.
Too easy.
Oh, great. Here comes as Swishingo would say, here comes a new challenge.
There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall?
You're kidding, right?
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
The alarm clock.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru, if he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words.
The alarm clock.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why... If something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
What a fucked up way to kill somebody.
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
The hell?
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so!
Oh, Jesus.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey! Why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm,
Oh, jeez.
Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too.
He fell on
right?
top of the pillar.
I see!
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Mm-hmm.
Finally, the pillar!
Ha! Thanks, Akane.
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
Right.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
No! She goes to give a baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Wait, what?
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
Radio clock, Fuyuhiko's account, wall clock.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
No, because it's a radio clock.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, that's not right. Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
It wasn't his clock that got tampered with.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
Right.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Not his clock.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Alright, another logic dive. Oh, whoops. Somehow missed a jump there, I guess. Or I went too far off of it. Starts the time in the building. The building's clock. Oh, Jesus. Oh, damn, this sucks. Final question. I think it was both houses. Yeah, it was both houses. I just messed up. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand the time in the building? Which clock was tampered with? The building's clocks. Which house had the wrong time? Both
It's all
houses.
coming together.
Yeah, so the wall clocks were tampered with.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now he's getting
Now's
excited.
not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
By 2 hours. Because when you heard the rumble, it was at 5:30, Akane's account. Gotta be Akane's account.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio call.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out...
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building was all messed, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to...
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Yeah,
I agree with
This
that.
is Akane's account. But she's the one that said she heard the loud rumble.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Oh, wait a minute.
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
It's 2 hours.
I see!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30,
There's a 2-hour
that means
difference.
our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious, so they can lure out just Nekomaru. If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
Yep.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means. I see!
The Tai Chi class. Yeah, that's what that was.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
Right.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
That's exactly what it was, yeah.
I see. Think about it. I realized what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi, but it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
It's whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? It'd be Nagito, because he never came out, right?
You're the only one! The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
Yeah.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
Maybe because of the rooms they were in. Oh! So that's Sonya and Nagito's alibi. Because there was something with the room structures. With the deluxe rooms. If I remember correctly, there was something in there that negated the sound in those deluxe rooms. And if I remember correctly, Nagito and Sonya both had deluxe rooms.
To be honest, it's not just them.
Chiaki did as well.
For me too.
They didn't hear it because they were in the deluxe rooms.
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common. And I'm sure you'll figure it out.
They were in the deluxe rooms. Ah, shit. Stop. Give me another L. Somewhere. So it was.
I got it!
That's why they weren't able to hear it.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent? Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Oh, I don't know who it is. I have a...
Crap!
No, it's not him.
Crap!
Who is it? Alright, so it's not Fuyuhiko, it's not Kazuichi. Gundam. Not Chiaki, not Sonia. No. No.
Crap!
Who did I... Wait!
You're the only one!
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
Was it
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
I didn't think it was her, but, like, I was running out of options. And that would have been, like, the most ridiculous twist ever, but... It was Gundam.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it.
Oh. I forgot about that. I forgot that he had a deluxe room. Yet he was out there when the alarm happened. Oh.
So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
If the other three weren't able to hear it, how was he able to? Well, then...
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
And Sonya like, oh no.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
Oh, yeah, because that's right.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
Wow.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off.
Well, then.
And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Right.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone and checked the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
No, Akane.
Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out.
Yep.
That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Uh-oh. This is gonna be...
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right, that's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
Yeah.
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Now what's going on?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously, let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder.
Yeah, it did.
What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
Because he used the 4 Devas of Destruction.
The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
Nagito's,
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between the two...
no.
No, that's wrong!
Because of Nagito.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Yeah, Nagito found that from the dead room.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method? You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right? There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah.
After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Yep.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Well then.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
Oh god.
Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Ah, damn it.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Yeah, these ones are
Even if the
hard.
turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Dang, this one's tough because of like where the
Even if the turbid
words
box
are
doesn't
spaced out.
exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Man, this is
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Damn, I can't. Why is this so hard? I can't, like, advance it.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
This pattern's hard.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Ugh.
I already proved a secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drop, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Yo, Cats, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it, dude. One more month. Yeah, crazy, dude. One more month and it'll be a year, man. That is kind of crazy.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Try providing evidence. Should be the wire, right? The key which dwells in the light. That will break the darkness.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom.
Allow me to cut through those words! The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
Dang. Oh no.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Yeah.
It seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act, so I'm going to end this right now.
Wow.
Hey,
well then.
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by
So
that
Nagito's just gonna
Thanks
do.
to that, Nekomaru
Damn, we
wasn't
don't even
able
get
go
to do the
Great
comic
Tower,
thing.
which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken.
Well then.
It's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower.
Oh my god, this is great.
But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Nah.
Hold on! What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
Uh-oh.
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Really?
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ah, you make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Oh, jeez.
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument.
Oh,
it was
jeez.
just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Oh, here we go with the minigame.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end!
The 4 Dark Devas of Destruction.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
The power of the hamsters shall compel you.
Oh?
Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
That's what he's saying.
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundam.
The ultimate breeder.
In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. He opened the button.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Yeah, that too.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mekamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
Mm-hmm.
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Uh-oh. Closing argument. Oh, here we go. Almost there. Almost there.
Here's
There it
everything
is.
that happened in this case. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time.
Right.
In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's
With the power of hamsters.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall.
Super crazy.
With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
It's so crazy, man. Like how they thought this entire thing
Nekomaru
out.
fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Damn.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure vote for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Well then. So Gundam killed Nekomaru, huh? Let me guess, I'm gonna get like a C or something. A B. Sticking to the brand at least.
This result isn't all that exciting.
Ha!
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important
he even made like the speech of like where he actually bit his tongue. Oh god. So it was Gundam, huh? It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the Amazing Funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
He said nice. I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish yet until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Except fall my tears. Why do you want to talk to the one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Austin died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then. Then I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised the killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. Yeah, talk about the stance. Like, Gundam's stanced up, dude. Like, he is stanced up all the way. My man's posed and everything. It's actually a pretty dope screenshot, too. We're gonna save that. He could have run away or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you
He was
this.
serious too. He gave it his all to try to kill me.
Huh?
If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing. Oh.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
This scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
Damn.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might!
Wow, so they were actually having a fight, huh? They were gonna throw down last man standing, basically.
I won't go easy on you! Don't even think about holding back! Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics! Give me everything you got!
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Yeah, it really was. Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you. However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us just to wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than rather have our friends kill each other. Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard the term, dog eat dog? Okay, Diesel's not around to hear that. Okay. Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well!
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy toward life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that to try to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth. But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime?
You...
Hey, about the final dead room, did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka!
Just who do you think I am? I'm Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay, got it. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Wait!
Please wait, this is just too much.
I beg of you!
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you!
Please, I beg of you.
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. Is it fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind, however.
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor.
Oh, man.
I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Damn. Gundam Tanaka Stampede. Oh, the hamsters are sad. Dang. Wow. Damn. It's actually a dope screenshot. Wow. And Sonya's all kinds of tore up about that. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
I need to throw something.
Damn it!
Y'all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit, every last one of you. The biggest... Oh, wow.
The worst.
Why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
You're right. This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. Sonya. Oh, she's crying. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey! Hey!
So how long are you guys going to stand around chattering? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you going to keep doing this? So we're now left with 7. 7 characters are left. And it's Sonya, it's Kazuichi, it's Chiaki, Nagito, Akane, Fuyuhiko, and Hajime. Wow. He said as Sonya adopted the Dark Devas after Gundam's death to keep them safe. Oh, wow. Dang. How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Now then. Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec, the mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? Oh, now Akane's crying. She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then let's go back for now and eat. And then after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our best again. Aw, Chiaki. Was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Nagito? Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. No. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny, I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information. Oh, wow.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. What the hell is he talking about?
Monokuma appears!
Alright, Monokuma, right? Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming. Oh, wait a minute.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Huh? Perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well.
Well,
Is what I like to say. Unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. I see, so you even don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is going to take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally going to confess your love? Oh god.
hey,
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about that special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah? What about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
you don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course!
That's right. I just reused the stuff from that former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
But
If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder,
hey,
could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up!
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monumi after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No, no!
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep. If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too. Oh, Jesus, what the hell is he planning?
right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no. I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too. Well, I knew you would say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. You're right, you're a true believer of hope after all. I must say that belief reminds me of that person for some reason. Is he talking about Makoto from the first game?
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky. But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're ever involved in something like this.
Well...
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called the ultimate hope. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey,
there's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question.
That's...
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? Oh boy. What a interesting turn. And looks like some more days passed. We got 6 days left, I'm gonna say. 5 days left. Wow, alright. Damn. And we're now down to 7. Damn. Now he got his earring, the Hellhound earring, as his gift. Alright. We're gonna save real quick. And I feel it's apropos. I will say right now, as far as the male characters are concerned, Gundam has become my favorite male character. Of the two games right now, of the two games I played right now, Gundam has become my favorite male character. Well, again, I'm waiting. I know you guys keep telling me Nagito. I'm still waiting for that turn. Like, I'm still waiting for that turn. Nagito is creeping up there, though. He's definitely in the top 3, I would say right now. It's been the turn? I don't know yet. But this dude, both he and Nekomaru both realized the situation. That one of those guys were going to sacrifice themselves. One way or another. So I guess I would say that because of this scene and everything, maybe Gundam and Nekomaru might be like hand in hand. As far as that good. So that's kind of where it's at with, like, as far as that goes and everything. Yeah, I mean, I don't consider the main characters that you are, like, that you play with both Makoto and Hajime. I don't want to put them in that list because I feel like that's who you are in the visual novel, right? Like, so you were Makoto in the novel. You were Hajime in this game. But I think for me right now, the top 3 is Nekomaru, Gundam, and I would say Nagito being in the 3 because I'm starting to see some things, but I'm not quite 100% sold on him yet as being like the best. You know what I mean? Hajime is way more of a character than Makoto, though. Yeah, I would say, I mean, of those two, yeah, there's definitely more characteristic traits as far as main character go. But again, like I said, I don't want to count main characters as far as that because that's still being you in a sense. You know what I mean? But I think for sure that right now, top three male characters for me are for sure, as of now, Nekomaru, Gundam, and Nagito is climbing up there. I'm still waiting to see that thing, though, that happens where Nagito becomes, like, the top of the top. Fuyuhiko is up there, too. Like, Fuyuhiko, you start... Moose, you're right about Fuyuhiko. He should definitely be up there. I will say, the male characters in this game are a lot more likable and appreciable than what they were in the first game. Like, as far as personalities and comparing the two casts and everything, this cast of Danganronpa 2 is, like, light years ahead of the first cast. Outside of, like, Kyoko, in the first game. For me. Well, that's an interesting little factoid, Blue. Yeah, I was wondering what that seal thing was, and I figured it was something else. It was something to do with that. Because after he got ran over by that herd and everything, stuff like that, he basically got carried up and lifted up by, like, the, all the different animal deities and stuff like that and everything. So, yeah. That's basically what that is. But Gundam definitely did grow on me as a character. From the first interaction to this. If y'all remember the first interaction when first met Gundam and my first, like, response to him. Gundam's a cool character. Like I said, I'm starting to get there with Nagito, but I'm still waiting for that thing to happen that's going to be like, wow, you guys are right. Nagito is the best character. I'm still waiting for that. This chapter is the ultimate martyr chapter. Well, I mean, it's in a way, it's kind of similar to, like, how Chapter 4 was in Danganronpa 1 when Suokura committed the suicide, right? So, in a sense, it was going to be either Nekomaru or Gundam sacrificing themselves to be found in the chapter to basically advance everyone through. Like, as what Gundam said when he explained the story, Nekomaru sensed the situation and he went along with it because one way or another they were trying to save everyone. Man, the 4 Devas of Destruction, though. 4 Dark Devas of Destruction. They're all sad. Look at them. I just realized, like, they're all huddled together. The one on the bottom right, corner has, like, the little seed. Looks like he's trying to, like, he looks like he's trying to pour one out for the homie with the seed. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying, like, the detail of the screenshot. Cats, I can't. Yeah, it's, that was a wild chapter, though. That was definitely a wild chapter. For sure. And it's not over yet. Yeah, I know. There's like 2 more chapters left, right? Cute animals. Yeah. There's some cute little hamsters for sure. Even the chub one. The chubby one, the fat one's still the one that always gets me. The second from the right, isn't he, right now? Yeah. Oh, the one with the... Oh, I didn't even notice, like, he's got a little, like, tear in his ear. Poor little dude. Alright. So we'll go ahead and at least get... Well, let's lay the foundation for this upcoming chapter. I got a little bit of time. But I'm not going to get too far into this chapter. But we'll at least kind of, like, start it a little bit. Alright, Blue, have a good night, man. Be easy. And just like before, our day had begun with us gathering at the restaurant. Jeez. You know, every time we meet up here, it makes me realize just how crazy this whole situation is. The restaurant certainly feels more spacious than before. Of course it feels spacious. There are less than half of us here now than were at the beginning.
Stupid fool!
What?
Oh my!
What the hell was that?
Hey!
It's Nekomaru. That was Coach Nekomaru's voice.
Huh?
What are you talking about? He's no longer...
What's up?
Did Kazuichi create something?
I'll beat you up!
What are you laughing about? I'll beat the crap out of you. You're grossing me out like that. Hey, that's not cool. I was up all night working my fingers to the bone.
I am concerned.
More importantly, I'm starting to get tired of the seasonings in this restaurant.
Jeez.
Seriously, I'm starting to realize how valuable Teru Teru was. Don't ignore me. I'm trying to talk to you about something important.
Huh?
Important?
All right.
Did he make a clock? What the hell did he make?
My!
Is that a Nekomaru doll?
I'm no doll. I'm Mini Maru.
Mini Maru. Well, hi, Diesel. Hi, buddy. Look who decided to pay a visit. I see him down there. It's a mini Maru. Huh? Mini Maru? I took some parts from him to make it. What do you think? Awesome quality, right? Of course, it doesn't have free will or anything, so it's more like, you know, a toy. But isn't it freaking adorable?
Are you serious?
Oh, no.
Thanks.
It's so cute. Thanks, I'll keep it.
Well...
I never said anything about giving it away. Oh, she's gonna kick your ass. Don't be so stuck up. Your stuff is my stuff, right?
Whoa!
Oh, hey now, that's a bully's logic.
Man.
Well, if it doesn't matter. I made this to cheer you guys up anyway. And as long as we have it, we won't forget, you know, about Nekomaru's sacrifice for us. We're standing here today because of him. So if we're gonna prevent something like that from ever happening again...
Engines revving!
I guess we gotta fight too, right? We can't just keep running away. I gotta admit, I never thought I'd hear you say something that awesome. Of course. In the end, Gundam told us to never give up on life. So I will never give up. I shall fight until the very end. Gundam, please watch over me.
Miss Sonia?
Miss Sonia, what did you think about... There's something that's gonna happen here between Sonia and Kazuichi.
Oh my!
Oh, did you say something?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
And there's the punchline. I really like this. Thanks, Kazuichi.
I am Mini Maru.
Man.
I'm only half as happy to be thanked by you.
That's right.
Oh, by the way, you can also use that to massage your sore muscles and pressure points.
You serious?
Are you serious? That's amazing.
Of course.
Of course, I made it after all. Seriously, thanks. I'll take good care of it. Good. Akane looks happy. Anyway, what happened to Nagito? I haven't seen him like I usually do. You don't have to worry about that guy. He goes solo all the friggin' time.
Well.
But still, I'm a little worried about how he was acting during the last class trial. Well, he's always been a dangerous bastard. But he's crossed the line, you know?
Hey!
Then that's even more reason we should avoid him.
But still...
But even if we do avoid him, what are you going to do if he approaches us? Nagito's sudden change was really weird. I wondered, did he figure something out that we're not aware of?
Now then.
Anyway, Hajime, isn't it about time you told us what that was all about? Huh? That? You know, what Nagito said during the trial. Oh, about, yeah. You still don't realize it? Geez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Hey, bastard!
What did he mean by except for Hajime? Are you really the traitor after all? No, it's not like that. I didn't really want to say it, but I guess I have no choice. To tell you guys the truth, unlike the rest of you, well, apparently I was never a part of Hope's Peak Academy's primary department. I'm a reserve course student from the reserve department.
Huh?
Reserve department? It means, unlike you guys, I don't have an ultimate talent at all. Apparently, I'm just a normal person. Is that all? What? That's it? Dude, don't ever scare me like that. It's not something that I can just brush off, especially since it's about me. I thought I just forgot. I thought I got into Hope's Peak Academy because I had talent all along. But shit. My whole life, I just wanted to feel confident about myself. And I thought getting into Hope's Peak Academy meant I had finally become someone I could be proud of. Not some fucking backup student. Jesus.
Right?
Cheer up, Hajime. It doesn't matter if you're from the reserve department.
Of course!
She is right. No matter what, you are our friend. You know, there's a saying in Japan.
Listen!
Fear is grateful for the danger.
Hey!
The hell? You're saying it all wrong. Oh! What the hell happened to Monami? So everyone was here. It was a real close battle. She got fucked up.
I am sorry.
I apologize. I was trying to cheer you up, but I ended up saying the wrong thing. Well, it doesn't matter. Stuff is just hard to say sometimes. Huh? That's weird. Maybe you can't see me.
Huh?
Whoa, what the heck? You're covered in blood. Ah, you saw me. Yeah, that's right. The Mono Beast this time was very strong.
You?
Bros, don't get close to me. Get out of here.
What?
No gratitude. I'm being treated like filth.
Hey, hey.
Hey, why don't you clean that blood off? We're trying to eat. Yes, I'm shooting myself.
Ding, 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 ding.
There we go. Now then, allow me to report to you all once again. After a fierce battle that's never been seen in history, I finally succeeded in conquering the last Mono Beast. Because of this, it's finally possible for you to travel to that final island. I see. What a thin reaction. It's like I'm surrounded by tons of shabu shabu from an all-you-can-eat restaurant. Don't tell me this again. You're gonna say stuff like, it's not like we can get off this island. Why bother going to the new island? Well, it's true that I don't really expect much, but...
Don't misunderstand.
But who said we weren't gonna go? Obviously we're gonna go, dumbass. Huh?
So...
Assuming we were thinking about running away was a mistake.
I'll show you my
If we can't run, we'll fight. I'll crush everyone who put us through this crap in one blow.
Hey, hey!
Fight? Seriously? That fearsome group is called World Ender for a reason, you know?
What are you saying?
Why, did you forget what you said earlier?
Hey, hey, hey!
Dumbass only said that because I was trying to impress Miss Sonia.
What?
Don't brag about that.
Settle down.
If you have the power to fight amongst yourselves, then direct that power toward our enemy.
All right.
Now then, let us go forth. Offense is the best defense.
Damn right.
You're right. Now's not the time for us to be bickering.
All right!
Oh, Jesus.
Starting to get pumped up.
That's...
You guys seem reliable. Hey, don't talk like you're not included. You're our friend too, you know? You're right.
Leave it to me.
Then I gotta do my best too. Go Chiaki. Alright, so chapter 5, Smile at Hope in the Name of Despair. Alright. What the hell?
So this is the last island. I guess it has an ambiance befitting of a final island.
What a weird island. Alright. Well, we're gonna go ahead and save here. And I think that's a good stopping point for tonight. That way we're getting ready to start chapter 5 for the next time I stream, which I'm hoping is going to be sometime tomorrow night, as we'll stream the first chapter of chapter 5. At least get to the murder, then do the investigation before we do the trial. I think that's a good recipe. So, we'll try to stream tomorrow night. Wednesday night, we have our second bi-weekly that we're doing over at the beach. So I'm not going to be able to do any stream Wednesday night. And then Thursday night, I might be able to stream Thursday night as well. So we'll definitely do that. And I know there's some other things that's coming up this week too. So this weekend, I'm already planning Sunday night. I'm planning on Sunday to do one stream that's going to be dedicated to Danganronpa 2 somehow, some way. And then after that, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday night, is going to be another Arc System stream that's going to be related to Guilty Gear 2020. So I'm planning on doing a stream basically reacting to the announcement for the new Guilty Gear. We're going to find out who the other 2 characters are. That's going to be in the playable demo. That's going to be over at Arc Revo. And we may actually see some gameplay, potentially, of Guilty Gear 2020. At least I'm thinking that's going to be the case anyway. So I'm definitely going to be doing a reaction stream with that and everything. I might have a couple guests with me. Maybe I'll talk to Zenosuke, see if he wants to hop on and watch it as well and things along those lines. Try to figure that out and then kind of go from there. So Sunday, beginning at, I want to say I'll probably begin like around 5 o'clock. We'll stream some more Danganronpa 2 leading up to the Arc System stream. That's going to be for Guilty Gear 2020. And then just kind of wrap up from there. So that's kind of my plan of what's coming up for the next few days. So planning on doing a stream tomorrow night. Planning on doing another stream Thursday night. And then Saturday I may do a stream as well. After work, I'm not 100% sure. It might be depending on what's going on after I'm done with working that day. But for sure, tomorrow night, Thursday night, and Sunday are going to be like the next stream days, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of where we're going to go from there. So, but yeah, like I said, this is going to conclude tonight's stream. That trial was crazy. Gundam is definitely moved up in my top 3 as far as male characters go in the Danganronpa series. Like I said, it's like he and Nekomaru are kind of tied because it was kind of the same deal. Fuyuhiko's up there as well. Nagito's starting to get up there, but like I said, I'm still waiting for that thing to happen for me personally. That's going to be like, yeah, Nagito top of the list. But yeah, I'm really, really happy that I've actually started playing through this Danganronpa series because it's good. It's good stuff. It's good. It's a very, very good series. Really impressed with it. So, alright. Well, like I said, that's going to go ahead and conclude it for tonight. I will definitely see you guys tomorrow night as we'll get more into Chapter 5 of Danganronpa 2 and see how that goes. So, I will see you then. As always, follow me on Twitter at RCB_FGC for all the latest updates of when I do stream and stuff like that. And, yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks again for watching, guys. I will see you all tomorrow night as we get more into Chapter 5 of Danganronpa 2. Till then, take care.